Hello. Wow. I've been sleeping. Um, yeah, I was thinking about the election that we're having and with Hillary Clinton, problems with uh still her email accounts and her private server and and then the Democrats, maybe Vice President alone. 'Cause I think Hillary Clinton, she's already been president enough. She knows like ins and out, but I don't know. I don't know. I like Barry Sanders. And then on the Republican side, I can't stand any of the people they have. It doesn't matter who they are. I just their policies are showing that they believe that they have to talk about issues that I don't even care about. They just come out as very racist, anti-American, and really causing our Fourth Amendment to be null and void, which gives us the right to privacy. I think that everybody talks about our Second Amendment, but nobody talks about the Fourth Amendment, and we're getting that breached every day and with the court system, and I don't see anybody talking except for Barry Sanders about the court systems, how they are just chaos. It's just total chaos. It has to be revamped. Some of the laws and stuff that was put in place during Bush and Clinton administration needs to be revoked and go back. We should go back to rehabilitating and not making money uh, 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 off of not enslaving American citizens. And then we have to retrain the policemen and reprogram them to where they're not causing more harm like they are now and more damage to the community. So I don't hear anything about like talking about the police and the militarization of the police, uh, the war on drugs, is kaput. They're like, oh, do we have anything that's medicinal for marijuana? What do you have anything medicinal for alcohol for people that drink? Some say yes. Do you have any medicinal purposes for tobacco? Some say yes, and they used to use it in certain rituals, not just something, like a smoke on. Some people thought like um, the movie industry and the cold age just wanted the people to have smokes and you won't see all the air, the oxygen coming out. But anyway, that's another thing. So like, but the real issues, and then like with this horrible incidents that we're having time and time again, where we're having these mass shootings. I hear them talking about mental, that's a slippery slope, because everybody has a mental being, and everybody has different issues. Everybody has gone through different traumas. Could be flood, could be tornadoes, could be earthquake, because seeing the death of a loved one. It could be a car accident. All these things could cause different emotions and behavior that in one culture is more acceptable, or they're more understandable, or they're more hospitable, or they're just more humane in how they treat their people. And then we still have this war issue going on. I don't, I hear them talking a little bit about it, but it just seems like they're just basically like a bunch of, like he, we got you, he. The war is real. I see the police doing that, he. People are really dying. The war is real. I think the politics behind it's a little, getting a little sketchy. I think that Russia and China, well, China's gonna come out smelling like a rose. I was glad Clinton didn't vote on that trade deal. That was it TPP or something. Anyway, I can't recall. But the trade deal sounded horrible because the way it is now, it it is the trade deal, the deal that I think it started with really with Detroit when they just started sending all business away. So because black folks are making too much money, a lot I see that with the Republicans. It's like they want to take the jobs out of the black community and give it to China or Indonesia, Korea, somewhere else. And then we have our education system. I think if we correct our education system, that we will find that a lot of these mental problems that we have will go away. And then we have the issue of how our children, not only with their education, but how we still have people that whoop their kids, the devastation that it does to the kids. Um, so I don't see, and then the issue with Social Security, Republicans are trying to destroy Social Security, trying to destroy the basics for for the poor, and I don't want to look like Russia. You know, I mean, if Russia wants to take over America, I mean, you would think they want to, since they're not happy with the way their economic system and all this stuff is going, and it's just because they're doing, you know, you can basically look at Russia, they're basically self-destructive. And then we have my other problem is the greenhouse effect. Are these mass floods that we're having in South Carolina and all up the East Coast? This mass flooding in all these regions where we have lost lives. You know, I was in Katrina. I was 6 nights, 6 days in the Superdome, and I know the Coast Guard. They treated us like we were prisoners, and I've been in jail. So I think there's another thing we have to start thinking about. You know, I don't hear anybody thinking about big plans on how we're going to handle these different type of hurricanes and my condolences to that uh, ship that lost all the crew. That was horrible. But which this is my theory, and sometimes it's like I had seen first, like on one of the science things that they found water on one of the moons in Saturn, and then and I know they had the movie out with Mars, so they were like, oh, Mars has water. They've been saying Mars has water like forever, um, and I found that very interesting, and I also find it very interesting that we don't have more studies on, you know, I'm not really wanting to go out in space because I don't think that for our type of life that we have, it would be a comfortable, long life that you can live out in space, or a healthy life with the radiation and meteorites and other things that could be out there. I don't know. But I do think that we can learn some interesting stuff on how to use like solar energy here by looking out in space, uh, and how maybe you know, I might, who knows? It's still open to stuff. I think that science is very important, you know, especially, you know, for the younger children. And so I would like to see some more interest with children in science, music, math, and art. I think we need to, you know, stop like in Memphis misappropriating our money from away from the children, stop whooping the children. And there's another issue that I haven't really like I haven't heard any of them talk about, and that is um, you know, increase the minimum wage, um, and then like women help. If you don't want to have Planned Parenthood over here in Memphis, okay, they don't. This one of the places like Republicans rule, and it is a big ass mistake. It is horrible. The death rate here uh, for preemies, premature miscarriages. You know what I'm saying. If you're gonna get rid of something, you need to offer them something besides the clinics that we have. because these clinics that we have, I guess the doctors are, having to pay their student loans, so they're just trying to give out just any old medicine, and whatever they're pushing. It seems like, and we have excellent hospitals here because of LaBar Hospital and St. Jude. So we have excellent doctors that come in here. It's just getting to those doctors, getting the care that they get. So I think that what we need to do is make sure that our teenagers go to doctors and continue their care and able to feel comfortable to get a full medical screening and full medical testing and full medical care and comprehensive care, that's appropriate for their age and their lifestyle and the culture here. Because the reality is, you could say that oh well, like we have a high pregnancy rate. Okay, so nobody have, teenagers don't have sex. Well, then you have older grown-ups that is the problem here, where some they're getting raped, they got raped in juvenile. So a lot of these children's first sexual experience is rape, and that's something else you have to address. And you see, and I think if we address issues like that, we will cover our mental illness problems. If we, you know, and anyway, so all I can say is I think that Republicans are not representing the majority of the voters, or at least they're not representing any issues that I care about. I care about protecting and maintaining the Fourth Amendment. I care about minimum wage raise. I care about fair trade, that is in the benefit of the United States citizens. I care about the schools getting better, and I care about unprivatizing the prisons and jails and getting them off the stock market. And I care about what is going on with our weather system. We have had massive floods, you know, have massive tornadoes, and earthquakes and horrible fires and very, very bad droughts in California. So I think we do have to address some of our greenhouse effect, and how we do our trash, how we eliminate our refuse. Maybe the packaging could be to where it's more biodegradable, or maybe we could just have diapers after baby poo poos in it, so flout up daisies. But anyway, I think that we need some solutions, and we need somebody. I think Barry Sanders seems like type of person that is a good thinker and is a realist in everyday situations that America has. And I think that the GOP are basically don't have the best interests of the American citizens as a whole, to where we could be more prosperous.